Holy shit. This is a new to me 2016 KTM 200 XCW. This is the holy grail of electric start XCW. So perfect example. Let's just say, who's calling me? Don't you know, guys? Trying to ride. All right. We're gonna tackle this one in a minute. Can't believe I'm getting stuck on this, but it is what it is. The front tire is not gripping for nothing. Whoa. Okay. So I just picked up this bike out of Pennsylvania on the way back for one of my hard enduros. So this bike is mostly stockish. Wow, that's a nice log to practice. Not today for me. In the future. Tubeless up front, tubeless up back. Actually, I'm not liking the lighting here. We're gonna continue in better lighting. All right, let's go up the right line. Whoa. Didn't quite have enough gusto. It's got some brake rotor, at least the front brake rotor is gonna be coming off. That's a Tusk Solid mud one, and has stock sprockets. It's a primary drive, one on the back, that'll be coming off. Tusk O-ring chain, I'll probably rock that for a minute. Okay, see, electric start. Double check my gear. Better. It's been revalved or reworked from PR2, which I have a air fork to spring conversion set of forks from them that I picked up locally to play around with. I went and changed a couple things. These bikes are known to vibrate a lot, and I'm so used to the counterbalance motors that I wanted to add my little something to it. So I put on my Mako 360, I put on my Enduro Engineering hand guards, and I already had these hand grips set up from a couple years ago. They have grip warmers on them. So these are Tusk. This is a Tusk brand. Got a high and low. I already tested it out. It works. Got a little protection back there. Running a Shinko 525 cheater in the back. A M59 up front that's worn out, so that'll get changed out. I gotta pull in the clutch. Front tires are dragging. Whoa! I pull in the clutch. Front tires dragging. So this is gonna be the winter project bike. I already have a Recluse from my other bike that's going into here. I have taken off these are actually factory plastics. So even though the bike has about 290 hours on it, whoops. All right. No, we're gonna do this one. Oh, shit. Whew, wee. Nope. surprised I made that. This should be my 2026 hard enduro bike. So the lightweight of a 200, you know I like dropping the bike and picking it up. So lightweight of a 200, the back end is so easy to lift up, the bike's easy to drag. If I can just get this gearing situated, because I've rode it now for a couple minutes, and first is steep, second kind of falls off, so gonna have to work on it. This is gonna be a budget project bike because I have a lot of spare parts. So I'm gonna go through and rummage and pull out and steal everything off all my other bikes and all my spare parts that I've kept. So biggest complaint of the bike so far besides gearing, Enduro Engineering radiator guards for this bike. Look how far out they have these stoppers, and I adjusted them in a tiny bit. My fork is basically hitting that bar there, so got to get rid of those. I already got a set of used Bulletproof Design ones that I scored off eBay for about $100. They're about $250 new, so I've never had any problem with your Bulletproof ones on my other bikes. That's it. I'm gonna get to riding. Some of the extras that I got with the KTM 200 worth noting is I got a extra carbon fiber pipe guard, the factory pipe with the pipe guard, a low seat which I planned on ordering, so this just saves me from having to order that, and some stock fork seals, bar risers. Definitely won't use those. Some grips, I don't like those, but I took them anyways. You never know what I can use them on. Extra kickstand that was lowered because the bike was lowered at one point in time, so those are springs that went with it. A bunch of old chain discs that I just took. It was late in the day, so I didn't know if I'd actually use them or not. I might use them as something else, I don't know. But yeah, this is just some of the extras I got with the bike. All right, here is my newest project bike. This is a 2016 KTM 200 XCW. This is the last year of the KTM 200s. So ever since having a 2008 KTM, I always had it in the back of my mind I would like to have one that was electric start, and I even considered buying everything to make this electric start, or make my 08 electric start. But by the time you add up all the pricing and everything, you're just better off selling that bike and buying the bike you want to get. So let's start off with what I ended up getting on the bike that's not stock. So we got tubeless front and rear. Got revalve suspension from PR2. I actually have a set of air forks that were converted over to spring forks by PR2. Enduro Engineering radiator guards, which I will be getting rid of. We have some Pro Bends, which I used to run Pro Bends. I just, now, gonna get rid of those too. Going with Enduro Engineering. We got a gnarly FMF gnarly pipe on there. The bike has 290 hours on it, but these are like trail ridden hours compared to racing hours. Flow pegs, these are probably just some cheapies, but I'll keep them on for now. We got some subframe guards, not sure the brand, I don't see anything on there. Guy did put some rotors on it, and probably a cheap brake guard on there. Let's see, here for the tires, I think we have some Shinkos on there. Not that it matters, I'm going to be taking it off. Oh, it does have a Midwest Engineering clutch perch on there. I've never used one before, and I test drove it yesterday and seems okay. I don't know, we're going to see. But to run my left-hand rear brake, I need to put a Brembo on here, so I don't know. Anyways, this is going to be I'm a little sick. a project build, but it's going to be a budget project build. Usually I throw a lot of money at my bikes, if you ever seen what I buy and what I add onto them. This is going to be a more of a budget one. Spare parts. I'm going to rob some stuff off my other 200, but this is just an introduction to the bike. I don't think I'm missing much. I'm going to throw in a separate clip of all the spare parts I got with the bike, which definitely added to it. Oh, there is a lithium ion battery in here, so that was pretty cool. Yep, gonna do this build this winter, so this might be my hard enduro bike for next year. We'll see.